What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some new Digimon products that we need to take a little bit of a look at. They are both coming up onto Premium Bandai over in the US. If you're not over in the US, you can't get these on Premium Bandai. They don't ship outside the US. But it is very important to note that, as has been the case for a bunch of products, basically everything that's gone up on Premium Bandai, these will just be made available through your regular card stores, etc. So don't worry too much about it, ladies and gentlemen, because these are going to be made available, and life is good. As a side note, Premium Bandai are doing a Black Friday Cyber Monday thing where they are offering free shipping, so if you want to get these, might be worth a look. So, I think the least exciting of the two is the Digimon card game Tamer Set EX. Now, pre-orders are open here. They opened a couple of days ago. They close on January the 3rd, and this is very important. It is not being delivered till June 2022. This is a kind of thing with Premium Bandai, and honestly, a bunch of similar things. Hasbro Pulse, another example. If anyone's wondering why this is, it's because these are the kind of products that, generally speaking, they wouldn't make. What they do is they put them up on Premium Bandai, they get an exact number of how many people want to order them, and then they can make them at a much lower risk of losing money. So it's basically products they probably wouldn't make normally, which is why they take so long to be delivered, because they essentially take orders, judge numbers, and then go into production, rather than the classic model of producing and hoping they sell. This basically means we get more cool stuff, and believe me, it is a standard business thing nowadays, and it is a very good thing. So what do you get with the Digimon card game Tamer Set EX? The first ever rubber memory gauge, which folds up small to be carried easily, and I know that's maybe not terribly exciting. I think it's extremely cool, so that's rather lovely. Exclusive sleeves, and some of you are going to see those sleeves and go, hang on a second, Wassy, that artwork looks a little bit familiar. Where do I know that artwork from? It is the booster pack image of EX2 that was very recently revealed over in Japan. Now, we haven't seen the English version of EX2 yet. It's not actually been announced. But remember, we get the same sets as Japan, which is brilliant. So we're going to have this artwork on packs. So, yeah, if you think like you've seen it before, well, great news, you have. It is from the EX2 set, which is rather lovely. You then get yourself a card case, deck box, with a separator, divider included, and it holds both the rubber memory gauge and approximately 55 sleeved cards. Why is that relevant? 50 card deck, 5 digit armor, in sleeves. It's almost like Digimon have thought about their players when designing this, and I think that is really rather lovely. And then the artwork's got, well, just a cool Digimon ornament. The Mega Gargamon there is one that I've played around with a lot, so that makes me kind of happy. And I do love that the separator has got pre-evolutions of the Digimon on the card case. That makes me rather happy. So for $20, you get yourself the card case, the sleeves, and the rubber memory gauge. It is wildly inessential, and that's kind of lovely. I love this. I don't like, because I play a bunch of card games. As much as I love cool stuff, if too many things get revealed that I have to buy, that makes me a little bit nervous. I love things like this because they're really cool, and if you've got the budget, this is a really cool Digimon TCG thing to pick up. And if you don't have the budget, you can ignore it and nobody cares. And that's wonderful. If, however, you're only going to buy one, might I suggest that the better product is the Digimon card game Playmat and card set 1 Digimon Tamers. It's not a particularly snappily named product, I think is fair to say, but oh my goodness, is it cool. Yes, that was a rhetorical question. It is extremely cool. What you get yourself there is a Playmat and a bunch of promos. Although date-wise, again, it's the same as before. Pre-orders opened a couple days ago. They close on January the 3rd. They're not being delivered till June. If you're not in the US, your local game store will be able to order these if they generally order Digimon products, so get in touch with them sooner rather than later. We all know what happened with the Tamer's Evolution Box 1. Get in there sooner rather than later. So what we've got there is a playmat, and it's interesting to note there that the playmat actually features the same Digimon as the card case that we saw a second ago, which is kind of interesting. The playmat, I can take it or leave it. What is exciting me here is a set of 8 alternate art promos. And once again, I have to give massive props to Digimon here, because what they've essentially done is gone, here are some super cool alternate art promos, but you can ignore them if you want to. If you don't want these promos, they're alternate art, they're completely inessential, don't worry about it. But if you do want to get these cool extra things, hey, wonderful news, they're here. I love that. And the good news is the promos are coming in pairs. So we've got Leomon, that is the one from BT2, with an inheritable skill. While there are 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gains 1,000 power. It's part of that whole Gallantmon line. It's not a phenomenal card, but the extra power is quite nice. It's not a bad thing. So, you know, this is something to maybe get moderately excited about. It is at least cool alternate artwork, if nothing else. But then, of course, I told you that they came in pairs, and would you believe it, we've also got Gallantmon coming in here as a lovely alternate art card to go with it. Yay! Though weirdly, it is not the Gallantmon from BT2, it is actually the Gallantmon from Starter Deck 7. You have security attack +1, and when you're attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 power or less. If you can't, gain 3,000 power. So then you become 14,000 power and you're kind of huge. Still very much in the evolution line, but I do find it rather interesting there that they've actually gone and given you the Gallantmon from the starter deck with the Leomon from BT2. We've then got your Terriermon. This is the one from BT3 that says your opponent cannot gain memory except with Tamer effects. And I love the alternate art on Terriermon here. This is absolutely beautiful and wonderful and gorgeous and adorable, and I love it. This is really cool. Although you will notice that the regular artwork from Terriermon was actually used on the separator. So that artwork has not been ignored. It's all good. Interestingly enough, and I don't know if I'm just getting a bit too deep here, but on the card case and on the sleeves, they use the artwork of Gallantmon from the EX2 booster pack, not the artwork of Gallantmon from Starter Deck 7, but then they use the artwork of Terriermon from BT3. So I don't know, they've mixed it around a little bit. It's all recognisable artwork. Anyway, to get back to the promos we were talking about, this Terriermon is adorable. And then, of course, you've got your Mega Gargamon there. I told you I liked this card, and I do. We've got the alternate art coming in here, and this, again, is beautiful artwork. This is the one where when you Digivolve, you suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and they don't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. And then on your turn, while your opponent has a suspended Digimon in play, any suspended Digimon, you gain security attack +1. This is a card I played around with a lot. It's an amazing card that I love. There is absolutely zero chance I don't pick this set up. Now at this stage I've given you 2 of the pairs so you can guess the third pair here. We've got Renamon. When you play, one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -1. Ha! In your face. It's also a beautiful card. And then you've got Sakuyamon here, whereby on your opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, they get security attack -3, and all of your opponent's security Digimon get security attack -3. So we've got a nice little pair of cards there, and it is quite nice that you do get the pair, both of them from BT5. I don't know why, I like that, it makes me happy. It's a nice way to do it. But the weird thing is, right, that those 3 pairs have been on everything I've shown you so far. But then there's an extra pair of Digimon that have just been excluded from all of the other fun. So we got ourselves the Impmon from BT2. Now that's the one whereby on deletion you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Great card. Purple love playing from the trash. This gets cards in your trash. This is a card that has seen a whole bunch of play and will continue to do so because it's awesome. And then we need something to pair with it. It's Leomon. And you might be thinking, well, hang on a second, Wassy. That doesn't seem like the same evolution line. Nah, it's not. To be blunt, these promo cards came out in Japan a little while ago. We needed a way to get them. This is the way that we are getting them. Obviously, we've got 3 lovely pairs that match perfectly, and then 2 others. Feel free to be upset about it, but that's the way it is. It's a Leomon that gains 2 memory on deletion. So there we go. Those 2 new products are coming. They are both very cool. If you're in the US, they're on Premium Bandai now. As a side note, Premium Bandai does always have a little bit of a notice that if they sell out, they will stop early. The pre-order period for this item may end suddenly if the maximum order limit is reached. So if you are going to order these, I would say sooner rather than later, they could run out. If you're not in the US, these are going to come to your local game store, so make sure you're keeping an eye out. For me, I'm going to think about the Tamer Set EX, but I'm going to run as fast as I can to get those promo cards because they are beautiful. But I want to know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, so let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and all kinds of other card games. And do please consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassy Plays.